Welcome back to Farming Simulator 25 with the Rude Man, and we're back, and we've got a lot of work to do as usual. I've added a couple of things, and so we'll take a look at those in a minute. I just want to take a gathering here to see what it is I need to do, what I should be working on, because I'm playing this farm on a different save game. And so I have to take a look and take stock of what I'm doing because I've probably already done it on the other on the other game save, so I don't want to get confused. Wait a minute, I thought I just did that. Anyway, John, how are you? We were just talking about you the other day. How you been? Hope everything's going well with you. Everything good, Scorp says. Everything's good. Okay, so anyway, I have to take stock because there's so much stuff I've done on this map that I haven't done on this one that I'm live streaming. So I need to go around and see. Now, wait a minute. I already put stuff in that one. Why is there no product? Well, it's the wrong map. So let's go around and take a look. These are the fields. It looks like the only harvest I got left is that field that I didn't even remember buying. I don't know how long I've had this field over here, but I haven't been working it because I didn't know it was mine. But it is. So I'm waiting for the barley. It's got barley on it. Waiting for the barley to grow. But in the meantime, let's take a look. I've added a couple things. Okay, so here we've got... I think this is a flour mill. I added a big flour mill. I added an oil mill. I think I already had this, but I can't remember. Maybe I didn't. This is a production for canned food and stuff. So we got that in there. Yeah, it's another reason not to record and live stream, because if you're really into... Now, fortunately, I got dozens of other games that I actually play. Cheers, Scorp. That's not a cheers. That's a, oh my God, don't panic. Oh, speaking of that, if you guys need me to look at the chat, because I get to farming and don't look at the chat, if you type in Rudy, it's going to be, I changed the save one to Rudy. And when I hear that, I will look at the chat to see what I'm supposed to be doing. So give it a try, Scorp. Do the Rudy thing and make sure it's working, because I just did it before I came on. So just type in, redeem Rudy, because I need to be redeemed. That's for certain sure. And we'll see if it works. Bakery I already had. Chat, it says. Okay, so that works. Kobe, how you doing? Kobe's in the house. Okay, I already had the brewery. I already had the vodka, and I already had the whiskey. And I put this little sugar thing in there. Now, I didn't put a big sugar factory in. I may still do that, but I don't really need a lot of sugar. The only thing that takes sugar, I think, is the whiskey. Is it the whiskey that takes sugar? I can't remember. I think it is. Nope, it isn't. So what does? What takes sugar? This? Oh, shoot. I'm inside the building. How's that work? The vodka takes sugar. So I'm not going to use a lot of sugar, so I don't think I need a great, big, huge factory for sugar. So that's why I have this little bitty guy. He'll do fine. I just need a little sugar for that. Okay, here, something else that I did. Kobe's in the house. Yeah, but whose house are you in, Kobe? Okay, I put in a new post office. Okay, so here's the postal service. It's a mod. So we've got people in there sorting packages and sorting mail and getting ready to deliver it, and they get really thirsty. They get hot and sweaty, and they get really thirsty. So if you come around the back here and provide them some water to drink, they will produce more, and you can pick it up and deliver it, and you get paid for that. I think it's $25 a deal. But so let's get some water over here. That's new. That's new. And let's see, was there something else? Oh, I did put a bakery in. So right here, there was a couple of cars. Now, on this particular lot, it's empty. This lot here was empty except for this little, whatever this is, that had these 4 cars on it. So I thought, okay, well, let's say that that's a bakery, and these are bakery employees, and we'll pop a bakery in here. So I did that. So I got a bakery. And I think that's all that's new. But let's go grab some water and give the postal workers something too. Oh, to deliver the postal workers, to deliver the mail, it isn't in your normal cell point. It's not in there. I can put it in there, but that's ridiculous because I've already got the mailman's right there. I can just have them come over and sell it. But it's not in there. It's not in any of the normal stuff. So what you'd get with the mod is a bunch of mailboxes. You can put them wherever you want. I only put one in, and it's at my own farm. Or maybe I haven't put it in yet. Oh, I haven't put it in yet. So let's do that. See if I can find it.
Oh, yeah.
So you just go into where everything's at, and we're looking for, is it silos? Silo extensions, constructables, containers, tools. Okay, hang on. It's there. There's one of these for, Andy, cheers. Constructables, is that it? There's one in here for sell points. Constructables. Silos? Okay, I'm lost. There's one for sell points. Where is it? Here? Factory selling points. There it is. Okay, find the one for the post office and you'll find mailboxes. And you just pick one of these and pop it where you want it. I'm going to put it right here on the corner of my farm. We'll just pop it down right in here. Let's see, I got to flip it around. There we go. I'll just pop it right in here. And now I can deliver mail to that box and get paid for it. So let me grab the water. Hey Andy, Jonathan's here. Well, that's got fertilizer in it. We need to fix that. Let's get some water. Patrick, Dennis is in the house. Hey Dennis, how you doing? Can you do what on Xbox? The thing, Patrick, you keep asking about Xbox, and none of us use the Xbox, so we don't really know. But the best thing for you to do is to find a page that has Farm Sim mods on it, and they should have a category for Xbox. Now, or go to Giant's page and see what they've got for Xbox. You need to find some place that has Xbox mods, and then you can see what you can get, what you can't get. There's a lot of stuff you probably won't be able to get, because not very many people make mods for the consoles. There's getting to be more of them, because even Giant is doing more for the consoles than they used to do. As a matter of fact, a lot of the stuff that these games that have been out for a while, a lot of the stuff they're doing now that's new is all for consoles. And they just happen to also work on, on PCs. But they're doing a whole lot more work on consoles than they are for PCs on an existing game now, because there's more people playing on the Xbox. All right. Let's not turn the engine off. Oh, it took a couple of buckets of water. Man, is that all? Are you kidding? All right, well, let's find the post office. And there it is. And we're going to check this. We'll put it at 300%. And then it's already got water, so it's all ready to go. We just need to activate it. Bob's your uncle. Man, that's not very much water. 1,000 liters, that's all. I may have to look at that. But now it'll start making boxes of mail to go out. So there you go. For those of you that just came in, Andy, I don't know how long you've been lurking, but I changed it's called Redeem Rudy now. If you redeem Rudy, when you want me to look at chat, I'll look over at the chat. I took the save one because it's got an obnoxious sound on it, and I'm already used to looking at it. So if you think I've missed something, just redeem me. I need redeeming. I'm actually beyond redemption, but you don't need to know that. Chat, 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 it says. And the description on it is, look at the damn chat. So anyway, there you go. All right, I don't know. Like I said, I'm confused now because I'm playing this game on a different dealy bobber. So I'm gonna need to work on that. But in the meantime, I need to get that straw picked up so that I can start plowing fields and stuff. So we'll work on production here later. To begin with, though, let's just. Oh, I need something else to talk about. Let me get my truck again. Where's my truck? I need to buy a new truck. I only have one truck. Well, I have two trucks. One of them's a dump truck, but I mean tractor. I only have one tractor. Yeah, I need another one. Because it's a pain in the butt switching from, say, a grain trailer to the water tanker. Farming with Outlaw? Sweet. How you doing? So you like this map, huh? It's a good map. Rabbi. How do you pronounce that? Rabbi or Robbie? How you doing? Rabbi's he's over on Twitch. Probably all by himself. I don't have a lot of Twitch followers. Wow, the honey's stacking up. Okay, I gotta find that trailer that I had. Do you remember I had a trailer and I said it didn't hold enough and that I needed to go in and mod it? Well, I went in to mod it and realized that I didn't need to. Where in the hell is it? What? Where's my trailer? Somebody took my trailer. It's not in there. It's not in there. There it is. It was right where I left it. It's exactly right where I left it. Okay, so here's the deal. I'll show you. If I go in to here and semi-trailers, and I was looking for the trailer, I put this mod in. I showed it to you guys because this mod has a dozen different tractors. This is part of it here. You get a 20 foot pup. Frank's got a plan, guys. You got 20 foot, 28 foot, 34 foot, 40 foot, and 48 foot in different sizes. Here's the thing. I wanted the big 48 footer because I want the biggest trailer. So I went in and I just bought it. Well, that was my mistake. Because I didn't look at this right here. If you can see the wherever it's at, over there. If you look over there at the 8,700 liters, I just grabbed the trailer and bought it. What I didn't do was go to this and start looking at all the different options. Now that one's still 87,000. That one's 98,000 because it's a bulk extension. That one's a silage root crop extension, so that's for silage and potatoes and sugar beets and stuff, and that's 98. That one's 100,000, I think. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. So that's a default unrealistic, and there's different versions of it. Was that? That might have been 1 million. Is that 1 million? Yeah, that's 1 million. Okay, that's what I should have selected, and I didn't. And so I don't have to. And all of them have that. All of them have those different sizes and stuff. So I didn't have to mod it myself, but I may have to put it on the mechanic truck and update it. I did in my other playthrough, but I don't know about this one. Let's grab our truck here. Not that one. Our pick 'em up truck. Is it running? It's not running. Start it up. Okay, we're gonna come back here. We're gonna hit our M key, or maybe I need to get out on the ground. Hit M key, and that should bring it up our repair slot there. Let's grab the trailer. I can't remember. I don't think I've done this. I did it on my other playthrough, but not this one. Well, there's no Patrick, there's no problem with you asking questions. I'm just trying to help you because we don't have a lot of answers for Xbox. So I'm trying to help you by pointing you to where you need to go to find Xbox mods. You need to find a page that has a category for Xbox. And then you can see, all the mods that are being made for Xbox. When we go looking for mods, we don't go to that page. So I can't speak for everybody else. All right. So let's see, we got that. We're going to do customize. Default unrealistic. Okay, so that's just a default. Is that the one I'm looking for? Because it could be. It's got the 100,000. I mean, the million. So you can choose whether you want to put the extension on. I don't like the extension because sometimes depending on what combine you're using, the pipe will hit the top of the trailer if it's too high. So I don't really care for the extensions if it's just cosmetic. So I've already done this then. So this is good to go. All right, so it's all fine and dandy and fine. Let's grab our plows and go to work. Man, they need a wash job. Let's see. I think I've already done this one. I think. Hey, look, we got mail. We've got mail. Do we really, though? All right, I forgot what I was doing. Okay, I think this one's... I think that's already plowed. I need to do this one, though. So this is field 84. Let's take him and plop him down on 84. Oh, shoot. I still got a combine on this field. I didn't on my other playthrough. I've owned a PS1 and a PS3. The 3 has a lot of dust on it in the living room. I got a PS1, PS2, PS3, and PS4 Pro. And I never bought the PS5 because I didn't want to spend that much money on something I never use. But where's my farm at? Over there. Where in the hell am I? There. I need to go there. Yeah, so I don't see a point in it. Plus, at the time, you couldn't get them for some reason. You couldn't get the PS5. You couldn't find anybody who had any. And then when you could, it was way too much money for me to get because I don't use it much. So I never bought the PS5. All right, we're going to hire a worker here to plow the sucker up under. So let's just hire a worker. And who we got? Scorpion's working today. Not for long, though. He'll be on the road pretty soon. All right, let's see. This one, we need to get the straw off so we can plow it. So let's do that. All right, so first of all, okay, we got to drop lights, camera, action. We have to drop the, start the engine. I have to start the engine? All right, drop the pickup. It's already open. Turn it on. And off we go. All right. I got PCs that I use for door stops. And that's about all they're good for. I was thinking about putting some taking some of my old computers, putting heating elements in them and using them for toasters. That might be a thing, you know. Oh, hey, how you like my new shirt? Carol bought me 3 or 4 new shirts. I think this is the only short-sleeved one. The others are long-sleeved. I used to only wear long-sleeve shirts. I never, when I had to wear a suit, a three-piece suit to work. I always had long sleeve shirts because when I had to wear a three-piece suit, I went all out. I had gold cufflinks. I had a vest with a pocket watch pocket in it where I'd wear my pocket watches and all kinds of bling. I had a lot of bling. But since I've been retired, I've worn mostly short sleeve shirts, and except for the wintertime. I get heavier shirts that I wear in the wintertime that have long sleeves on. I don't have circulation anymore, so I'm cold all the time. And I never used to be. I used to be like a pot-belly stove. Look, there's a combine on this field, too. You know what that means? There's probably crop in them. By gosh, there is. This is full of corn. All right. Thanks, Patrick. It's really light material. It's paper thin. It's just really comfortable to wear. A Pop-Tart recipe. Believe it or not, I've never had a Pop-Tart ever in my life. The kids eat them all the time for breakfast and stuff when they were young and going to school, first starting in school. You're using Wasia, Montana? Is it Minnesota? That'd be Minnesota, wouldn't it? You got a Dell propping your monitor up. That's about the only thing Dell's good for. Be something propping something up, I think. This one has barley in it. You know what that means? Beer and whiskey. I think beer and whiskey both take barley. So let's go try our new trailer out. You know, you can just make toast and put sugar and cinnamon on it. It'd be cheaper than a Pop-Tart. And if you're really interested, what you do is you buy that. Does anybody know what Texas toast is? Scorpion, have you heard of Texas toast? Just because you live in Texas doesn't mean you guys have anything like that. Carol buys this stuff called Texas toast. It's just bread, is what it is. But it's about that damn thick. I mean, it's just a real thick cut piece of bread. And they call it Texas toast. And that's what we use if we're having French toast or cinnamon sugar like Patrick's talking about. We use Texas toast to have that kind of thing. That's more than I thought was in there. I might need the bigger truck. You need a bigger boat. All right, I think I've got some corn in the dryer. I can't remember. I could look real quick though. Let's see, where's the corn dryer? Yeah, I've got some dried corn to sell. It's actually full. So I think I'll take this corn, and which one took the corn? Was it whiskey? I think it was whiskey. And beer takes barley. I think whiskey takes barley and corn. So let's run this corn to the whiskey factory. We'll check here in a minute, but I think I'm right on that. I got corn on my toes. What was that? Y'all got a cornhole somewhere. Okay, whiskey's clear on the end, isn't it? Patty melts. Yeah, we haven't used it on patty melts. We used it for French toast and or just cinnamon toast. If you can imagine, I can't eat cinnamon toast, but I guess I could if my blood sugars were low. Whoa, cut that too tight. Oh, almost didn't make it around that corner. Indeedly doodly. Is this going to take corn? It is, isn't it? All right, let's look at the whiskey. Whiskey factory. Oh, it's full. It's full of corn now. All right, pallet de whiskey. Pallet de whiskey. Okay, we've got barley now too. So let's change this productivity and get ready to make some whiskey. Okay. Now, hang on. We changed the vodka to potatoes and sorghum. So that's what the vodka is potatoes, sorghum, and sugar. The beer is barley, strictly barley. Not even any water. How in the hell do they get... They must squeeze the barley first to get the water out of it and then make the beer. Or they keep the beer factory so damn hot that you sweat into it, and that moisture mixes with the barley and makes beer. The only other thing I can think of, a lot of bathroom breaks in the beer. So any choice you make in that scenario is disgusting and gross. So there you go. But then that's what I think beer tastes like, disgusting and gross. So that's why I don't drink beer or whiskey or wine. It's all disgusting to me. So if you see me high, it'll be on life. I'm high on life. That's the only way I get high. Okay, now there was a little bit of corn left. We'll take a look and see. Now that I put that mailbox in there, I want to always cut this corner. Isn't that weird? I'm afraid, so I cut the corner because I don't want to hit my mailbox. For all I know, that mailbox doesn't break, so it might be like hitting a stone. I don't know. Oh, really? She's never did. Carol gets mad at Alexa because when Alexa comes on and she like if I ask what the weather's going to be and stuff, she's as sweet as can be. Oh, Rudy, the weather's going to be cold. You might want to put a sweater on. And when Carol says something like, you know, hey, what's the weather today? Oh, shut the hell up. Ask Rudy. And so she gets mad because she gets ignored by her. But I get treated sweetly. The thing is, I pay the damn bills and they know it. And so they're nice to me. The other thing is, I took the time to train my voice. I went through the voice training so that they know that it's me that's talking and not just some random male. So, and I did that with Jeff too. I took Jeff and said, here, talk to Alexa for a few minutes. What? Why would I do that? And I said, because you'll train your voice and she'll know who you are. And then if you ask something, she won't say, hi, Rudy. She'll say, hi, Jeff. So, and it worked. So now Carol's the only one that gets treated bad by Alexa. Yeah, I'm surprised at that because they're all these places are trying to push Spanish on us. Anytime you make a phone call and you get a machine that answers, it's probably going to say goody goody goody, blah blah blah. Unless you want English, then hit 2, or something like that. They start off talking Hispanic, and then ask if you want it in English, which I think is kind of asked backwards, but or shouldn't even be in there at all. Here in America, we speak English here. And does it bother me? Not really. It doesn't really bother me. It's just something that I think about every time it happens. Every time it happens, I think about it. I say, well, come on, I just want to get to my business. I don't want you teaching me Spanish. If I want to learn Spanish, I'll take a college course or something. Or I'll get arrested. That's what I'd do. If I want to learn Spanish, I'll get arrested. Somebody will teach me in the cell. Oh, wait a minute. I was going to pull the dried corn out. So I was listening to a talk show this morning, and they were talking about why the liberals are pushing us into a civil war. And if you don't think that's so, if you watch any kind of real newscast, they don't push the racist stuff. But everything on the liberal news has to do with race. Everything does. They're trying to pit us against each other. And this guy made an interesting comment. He said, I don't know what the hell they're thinking. They expect us to get mad enough to start going to war with each other over racism. What they don't realize, and this is an actual fact in my case, what they don't realize is that my family, my immediate family, is made up of Caucasians, Hispanics, and black people. I've got several grandkids that are mixed race. I'm going to go to war with them? And what they don't realize is that's pretty common nowadays. So, I don't think that way even. I don't even think that way about race in that manner. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. Well, yeah, that's my problem, Scorpy. If somebody asks me if I speak Spanish, because my mom was, and so the only thing I ever learned was cuss words. Now, my mom died when I was 6. There's no way I learned any Spanish. I don't remember anything about her, really. I couldn't tell you what her voice sounded like. I was only 6 years old. And again, remember, I had heart trouble. I was in and out of hospitals most of the time at that age. If you're wondering, this came with my lunch as a freebie. When you shop at these restaurants nowadays with using an app, which I do, because I use the app because I can get the order exactly like I want it, and it's completely paid for, and all you have to do is pick it up, and anybody can go and pick it up. So I use the app all the time. Well, every time you use the app, you get bonus points, and if you don't use them, you lose them. So usually if I order anything, I'll get one of my freebies and either give it to one of the kids or... Well, anyway, that was a Baja Blast Freeze, and I wanted to try it. So when I ordered my tacos today, I used my bonus thing to get one of those. And so I do have another something for soup du jour today. So, but you might wonder why I'm still drinking that. It came to my lunch. and I still had a little bit left, so there you go. But hey, that's pretty good. I don't generally do freezes or what do they call those? I don't know because I don't order them. Slurpees, is that what they call those? I know at Dairy Queen, they call them Mr. Misties or something like that. It's just a slushy. 7-Eleven, you get a slushy. I don't know. It looks like Burger King calls them freezes. Taco Thursdays. Carol went to Burger King because remember yesterday I told you that she went to McDonald's and it was god awful, and both of us were very disgusted with our lunch. And Carol looked at me. She says, "Remember when you gave up on McDonald's?" And I said, "Yeah." She says, "Well, it's time for me to join you." That was god awful. So anyway, today she came and says, "I'm gonna be going over and getting me a Burger King because that's what she likes." And I said, "Fine." And she goes, "You want me to get you something?" And I said, "Well, if you're going, I was just gonna have a can of soup, but you know, if you're going out, I'll make an order and you can just pick it up on your way home." Okay, so she did, but unfortunately, she got to Burger King and they were closed because they can't find enough people to work. Say, I got teenage kids here that need a job. "Oh, we don't want to work. Why should we work? You buy us everything we want." Snots. I don't know why I brought this truck back out here. Oh, what did I do with my dried corn? I didn't mean to put it, I meant to sell it. Dang it. You guys got me talking, I can't think straight. Remember when I used to do videos and live streams and I was so sharp, I had everything on the tip of my tongue. Now I can't remember what frickin' day it is. I hate getting old. And I didn't think of myself as being old last year. You know, even last year, I never thought about it. I tell Carol, "Hey, you want to go down for a half-price meal at the local restaurant? It's senior night." And I said, "I don't want to eat with a bunch of old people." "I hate to tell you, but you're one of them." I said, "No, I'm not. I'm not old." "Well, now I am. I can't remember whether I put my pants on first or my underwear. I could be like, what's that guy that used to be Marky Mark? I can't think of his name nowadays. But he used to be Marky Mark, and his thing was wearing his underwear outside his pants. Are you kidding? Who would even think that way? All right, dried corn, that's it right there. Let's grab it. Like and subscribe. We only order fries and McChicken sandwiches at me. Yeah, but their fries are crap now. The fries I had yesterday and the last time I went a couple months ago, I thought maybe it was just a one-off, but no, it's not. They stopped using animal grease, and they don't even salt them anymore. They just taste like nothing. They don't taste like anything. It's kind of like people ask me why I don't eat Domino's pizza. Well, because you can eat the cardboard box and it'll taste the same. And that's kind of the way their fries are now. They had no flavor whatsoever at all. So finally I went back in. I ate a couple handfuls, and I went back in and took a salt shaker and just poured that on there, but they still didn't taste right. McDonald's fries were so good. That's what Superman does, put salt on his... I wonder if Mark's brother, he's an actor too, you know. He's in, Mark's brother plays detective in Tom Selleck's TV show. I can't remember what it's called. Blue Bloods. It's called Blue Bloods. I wonder if he wore his pants on the outside too, or that's just his big brother. Oh, that's what Superman does, wearing his underwear on the outside. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And you know what, though? I saw a picture. Somebody did an AI picture of Superman without the trunks. It looked stupid. It looked awful. I mean, it looked like he had a potato stuck in his pants, is what it looked like. So, yeah, Scorpion, what you have to remember, not all McDonald's are company stores. A lot of them are franchises, and they can do what they want to do. They have to follow guidelines, but not to the letter. They can do different stuff. So it would probably make a difference. We only have, well, there's another McDonald's in Seaside. I don't know. I'm not going to drive all the way to another town just to get a friggin' McDonald's, which is stupid me saying that because the McDonald's, either one of them in a different town. We don't have a McDonald's in the town I live in, but Astoria is only a bridge away. I mean, it's less than a mile across the bay. So, so we don't think of it as being traveling a distance to have a McDonald's hamburger or a Burger King. We have, where I live, we have Wendy's, and we've got Taco Bell, we've got Panda Express, pizza parlors everywhere, Mexican foods on every step. If there's no Mexican restaurant close by, there's one of these wagons, these lunch wagons. There's lunch wagons every block in where we live. But at least they're getting kind of smart because they're going into empty lots now. It used to be they just parked these things on the street or behind a garage or something, and you just found the lunch wagon and grab your tacos or your enchiladas, whatever it is you're eating. But they're getting smarter now, and they're renting empty lots. Like there's an empty lot next to a car wash in Astoria, and they'll rent the empty lots, and they'll put 4 or 5 of these lunch wagons in. One of them might be Mexican food. One of them might be Asian food. One of them might be Thai. And they're putting them all together in one location. So you can walk there down the street, or you can drive there and you can get whatever you want. And I thought, well, that's kind of smart. Okay, what do we got here? Dried corn. Yeah, we're going to go sell this. So, hey, kids, put on your Sunday best. We're going to Sears. Don't hit my mailbox. Hey, once we get there, it's over by the post office. We'll check and see if we've got any mail yet. Well, there goes Scorp. Everybody say goodbye. We won't see him again today unless he pops back in and I'm still on, which probably not. A lot of food trucks in our town. Yeah, they're all over here. I'm serious. There's one on every block, it seems like. And they're not all what you think. There are some that actually have kind of gourmet stuff. There's a restaurant in town that has one, and it's more of a gourmet type food for a change. And they're not out all the time. What they do is they make deals with other businesses in town. For example, they'll make a deal and they'll advertise our truck can be seen at Lum's Toyota for the next week or something like that, and then they have advertisement things, like trucks, pickup trucks with great big bulletin board things on there saying this week we'll be at Lum's Auto, or J&R's furniture store, or Roby's furniture store, and they'll just park out in the lot. People that are shopping will come over and get their food. I can't explain to you what some of the food is, but it would be something I would consider more gourmet type stuff. It's not a hot dog, not a hamburger, not a taco, but something I would consider to be a meal that maybe was something that you don't make at home all the time. And it's quite good. It's a really good restaurant. All right, here we go. Dried corn. Sell it. Sell it. Not salad. Not salad. Sell it. You don't wish Scorpion a safe trip. You wish all the rest of Texas a safe trip, because Scorpion's on the road with him. He drives like I do, which is a joke. I drive very good. I used to be a semi-truck driver, and when I worked in the ambulance, I ran an ambulance service. The first couple of trips that I made where I had to scrape somebody off the freeway or cut them out of their car with a diamond saw, I slowed way down in my personal driving, and I started watching the road like a hawk. When you see stuff like that, and you've got your family in your car, I make sure I use those mirrors all the time, every single one of them. I won't allow anything in the back window, because I want to be able to see out the back window with that mirror. I want everything perfect, and I watch those mirrors all the time. If you see me driving, I'm going like that, like that, like that, forward, backwards. I want to know what's in front of me. I want to know what's coming towards me. I want to know what's behind me or to the side if you're on a freeway. And it's harder than it used to be, because you won't believe. Go out on a big freeway nowadays and start looking at cars and start counting how many of them are solid white. And where I'm at, about more than half of the cars that are out there are white, and they all look alike. Now, in the old days, it was easier to drive because you had, blue, purple, green, yellow, white, black, brown, all over the place. And so you're driving, and what I do is I check behind me to see what's behind me. And I know directly behind me in the middle lane, if I'm in the middle lane, directly behind me is a green car. To the right is a blue car. To the left is a yellow car. And I watch them. I'm constantly looking, because I want to know what's a mile away from me, both ways. And I know that beside me on the right was a blue car. And now I don't see that blue car. Where's it at? Because it's not behind me anymore. And it's at least not in that lane. And then I look again and I see, it's now in the middle lane behind the black car that was behind me. Okay, watch him. Okay, now the black car's in the right lane. And what's he doing? And then all of a sudden he disappears. I don't see him anywhere. That means he's probably in my blind spot. So I won't do anything but stay in my lane until that blind spot is clear, until I know where that black car is, because it was behind me and now it's not. And sure enough, he'll move up and he'll be in my blind thing. And they don't always pass you. Sometimes they just kind of stay the same speed you are, but maybe in a bad location, like that guy in the blind spot. So I don't do anything until I know that car is still there or not. And so that's how I drive all the time now. And if the speed limit's 70, I'm probably doing 65, you know, unless it's like really, really, really busy and you need to keep up with traffic. That's one thing that drives Carol crazy. You're going too fast. I said, Carol, the speed limit's 70. And she says, yeah, but you don't have to drive that fast. And I said, yeah, I do, because everybody else is going that fast. They're going to run me off the road, which they do. You know, it makes it dangerous because there is a problem with somebody driving too slow on a freeway. They're going to cause an accident because people are stupid and they're going to pass them when they shouldn't be passing them just because they're going slower than they think they should be driving. So it is a traffic hazard to drive too slow sometimes. You just have to be aware of it. And so she'll say, well, do you have to be going 70? Yeah, because the rest of the traffic's doing 70. And I said, but if you notice, though, I'm not right on that guy's tail, am I? You know, I'm doing 70, but I don't get that close to people. I don't tailgate. Hell, I can tell you most of the time, if I'm on a local freeway that's 70 miles an hour, I'm getting passed by everybody on that freeway, literally. Elsa's here. Only Farms is only what? Only Farms Gaming? Oh, Only Farms. I was thinking of that porn place. Well, OnlyFans. What would that be like? Only Farms. What would that be like if your page was on OnlyFans? You'd have naked combines or something? I don't know. All right, what was I doing? I was picking up. I got to pick up that straw. Let's just pull this thing off to the side here. Oh, let me get rid of the straw because it's full. I can't do any more straw. Remind me, I need to check the hot houses. Is it soup du jour yet? Where's Matt? Is Matt here today? Yeah. I can't drive like I do on Farm Sim. What scares me is these people that play Grand Theft Auto and drive like that in real life. Are you kidding? The only thing they don't do, I mean, you can see they're driving just like Grand Theft Auto. But they're not stopping every 5 minutes to beat up a prostitute, though, like they do in Grand Theft Auto. At least there's that. At least that. Elsa's still working? Ah. She's a farm wife. I would imagine she's working 24/7. I watch some of these channels, you know, that, and I grew up on a farm. I know what it's like. You know, we're out in the fields working, and all of a sudden the farm wife shows up with a basket full of the most wonderful sandwiches you've ever ate. You get up in the morning, and your breakfast is steak and eggs before you go out. Because the farms I worked on, especially during harvest, you could barely see to get out of your truck in the morning and get to your equipment to get running, and you didn't get off that piece of equipment until it was dark. We literally worked dusk to dawn, and when I come in, I'd be covered with 10 layers of dirt, and there was always steaks and potatoes and anything you can imagine, including pies and cakes and cookies and pastries and donuts, and you know, I never ate so good as I did working on a farm. And you know, there's a dairy farm that I watch, and the wife's out there doing her part milking the cows, and of course the husband's out working his ass off. The kids are out there working their asses off. But then the mom has to have one of the kids take over the milking so she can go in and cook dinner for everybody. And you go in, and the table, within a half hour, the table's spread like for a feast. My aunt used to be like that. My aunt could take a Banty chicken, if you know what a Banty chicken is, and make it into a 9-course meal. It's just frightening how that could happen. I can remember going over to their house, and you walk in the door, and my cousin would yell out, "Nita, we got company, put some food on." In 15 minutes, that table would be spread like you wouldn't believe. Steak and potatoes and, unbelievable. That's what a farm wife is. That's what they do. Stuff like that. I don't know where to put this header here. It doesn't fold up. I usually use one that folds up, but this one does like 100 miles an hour, and as you can see, it's about 15 meters wide. I'm just going to plop it right down here, just out of the road. Let's just plop it right out of the road. I need to wash these combines. They're a mess. All right, so I don't have any more corn to do, so I know I've got barley to do. So let's run this guy around and make sure he's close by his, where is it anyway? There it is. Let's just hide in here for a little bit. Got to be careful, these combines do about 50 miles an hour. Actually, I think they do 90, I don't know. I've never tested it, how fast they go. They're pretty fast though. All right. Well, I missed Soup du Jour by 3 minutes. Where's Matthew at? He's supposed to be on the ball and ready for action here. So we're gonna have something sparkly today, and I might be drinking a little bit slower because I just had that other drink. But or either that or I'll have to take a bio break. It's so let's look for something cold, and. I always order it when I do this. When I get a soda from out of like Burger King or McDonald's or a place like that, I always ask it for no ice. So that way I can keep it without the ice melting and make it all runny and shit. This is a Baja Blast. No, it's not. Is it? Yeah, it is. It's a Baja Blast. I think. And then we're going to go into our cat dance. Because there's caffeine in it. This is what it does to my heart. My heart will be thumping like 100 miles an hour. That's why my doctor gets really upset when I tell him I drink caffeine. He doesn't want that at all. I'm not supposed to have any caffeine. But, hey, you got to enjoy life, too. And I don't have that much longer on this old world. So if I drink a caffeinated drink once a week, is that going to kill me? Probably, but oh well. That's good. Cold, cold, cold. Right out of the fridge. Alrighty. There you go. Soup du Jour today. Baja Blast Mountain Dew. I didn't realize I ordered that. I thought I just ordered the Mountain Dew. But Mountain Dew's kind of dog piss colored, isn't it? This is blue, so it must not be regular Mountain Dew. No, it's Baja Blast. I had one yesterday, and the fountain thing must not have been working right because it was god awful. It tasted like cold water that just had a little flavoring in it. Only Farms is gone. Have a good day, buddy. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. All right. What are we doing here? I thought I took this off. Oh, I didn't get my barley. I thought I took that. I was talking too much. All right. I'm gonna probably have the same problem. That trailer isn't big enough at 1 million to hold everything that's in that combine. So you have to remember the combine holds 2.5 million. So when it looks like it's only half full, that's over 1 million. Let me see if I can jump this. Oh, geez. Oh. Careful. Talking too much. Well, there's a reason for it. I didn't have a good day yesterday. To be completely honest, I probably shouldn't have live streamed yesterday. I was pretty upset. And I'm still upset today. But if I'm talking a mile a minute, then I'm not thinking about things I shouldn't be thinking about. So that's what I'm trying to do. I had already, before I started this soda, I'd already had one with caffeine in it, so I'm kind of heavily caffeinated, which is not good. Yesterday, as soon as the live stream was over, I ended up in bed with a couple nitroglycerin. I was pretty upset, and I spent the rest of the day in bed. It really upset me, and I'm still upset. But anyway, so I'm trying to talk my way out of it. If I keep talking, then I'm not thinking. So there you go. You're just gonna have to put up with it, because that's the only way I'm gonna get through this today. Okay, that trailer would have held this. This is only 713 liters, 713,000 liters. Yeah, that other trailer would have held that. So, all right, now here, do we do beer or do we do whiskey? You know what I could do? What's half of 700? That'd be about 350, wouldn't it? So if I put about 350 in the beer and 350 in the whiskey, I can kind of mix it up a little bit. Oh wait, I don't have any sugar. I don't think I have any sugar. The whiskey takes sugar. Why would whiskey? Well, I don't know. I guess you can ferment sugar in it. So a lot of these stuff do have sugar in them. Oh look, I got oil being made there. All right, where's the beer? Is this the beer? Somebody parked the stupid trailer right in front of the beer. Who did that? All right, barley. We can put some barley in here. So I'm gonna start dumping this till I get around 350, and then I'm gonna stop it. Let's see how close I can get. Oh, it didn't matter. That's all it took. Oh man, I might have to put some form of storage over here to store all the leftovers. Because if I do kimchi, half of it's going to be sold if I don't store it. I think I already did I already put barley in here? No, I guess I didn't. Oh wow, this takes more barley, doesn't it? Holy smolies. We're gonna make a lot of whiskey. All right, well, we got some left over. But what do we have in sugar? That's the question. Shakespeare didn't know what it was. What's the question? What's the answer? Might not be an answer. If you ask me a question, you might get 5 different answers. Take your pick. All right. I got sugar beets in there, but I don't have any sugar. I didn't activate it. Why did I not activate it? So sugar beet sugar, 100%. We're going to drop that or increase that up to 3. This is what I was talking about earlier in my other playthrough of the same map. I have sugar running, but I don't here. So there you go. I need to activate it. So we'll make some sugar, get over here and start some stuff running. Vodka, I'm missing something, aren't I? What am I missing in vodka? Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Let's see. Where's the vodka at the bottom here? That takes sugar. Okay, this takes sugar. Whiskey doesn't make... Maybe whiskey doesn't take sugar. Maybe. It doesn't. It just takes corn and... Okay, I'm making the hell out of whiskey. Is it running? It's not running. I didn't turn it on. Oh, silly me. All right, we got that running. Let's see what else I'm not running. I don't have potatoes and sorghum. I might have potatoes. I just need to bring them over here. Sugar has beets in it. Am I making kimchi yet? I got chili peppers, Napa cabbage, and that's it. So I need to get onions and garlic over here. All right. So that's it. That needs onions and garlic. The beer, we already checked. It's making beer, right? Beer? Yeah. Okay. So, no, it's inactive. I didn't start it either. What the hell? What's wrong with me? Don't answer that. You don't have enough time. There we go. Okay. Now, I don't know if you noticed that, but it shows the activity, and it shows cost per month. Now, that's deceiving. You can set every time you sleep what time that is. I have mine set to every time I sleep, it's a month. So that's a little deceiving there. Make more production on my farm. I'm trying to make money by selling grains. No cheating. Well, if you're not cheating, you're not having fun. Am I wrong? Okay, am I producing anything? No, I already checked that. I need garlic and onions. But I am making oil. And let's go see if we've got mail yet. I think we do. Where's the mail? Where's the mail? There it is. Yeah, look. We got letters that go in already. All right, so that's what it looks like. It looks like little bins of letters, or newspapers, actually. Those are big letters. You can see the stamp. Stamp's on the wrong side of the letter. That's weird. They got the stamp on the wrong side of the letter. Stamp's on the right. No, that's where they go. Never mind. What the hell am I thinking? All right, let's get this damn stuff off the field here. This gotta cut. I gotta get this done. Okay, I'm not talking until this is done. I don't even know where my equipment's at. There it is. All right, here we go. Going back to work. Those hitches. Where's everybody at today? Nobody's chatting. Come on, guys. You got nothing to say? I bet it's because you couldn't get a word in edgewise, isn't it? I'll let you guys talk for a while. Say something, and I can respond to it. Oh, crap. I messed that up. Gee, this thing oversteers so bad. I started towards that windrow, and it just kept turning. You have to almost come to a stop and wait for the wheels to line back up again. When you turn them, and then you turn it, it doesn't move. You're still going in a circle. You have to wait. Because like when you're actually driving in real life, you let go of the wheel, it goes boom, right back. How's family doing? Family's doing okay. Addie still hasn't started school yet. She needs to go and talk to the principal. She missed a lot of school last year, and the principal said, look, if you want to come back in, this is your senior year, we want you to be able to come in and actually do something. And so she has to have a talk with the principal so they can put together a plan for her. And she's dragging her feet on it. So I don't know what's going on. Jagan's on his second year of high school. Is that right? Or first year of high school? I can't remember, because when I was in school, we had 4 years of high school. Freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior. Some of the schools only have 3 years of high school. They have like a junior high, and their junior high goes a year longer than it should, in my opinion. And they only have, sophomore, junior, and senior. Bill's in the house. Hey, Bill. You been eating too much pizza again, Bill? Bill starts talking funny when he gets too much pizza in him. And you might wonder why I say that. It's because when he starts drinking, he starts making more sense. So I don't say anything when he's been drinking. Bill, what's happening? You're still with us, I see. Haven't seen you for months, man. What have you been up to? That old man. If I hadn't started using the camera, you guys would still think I was 30 years old. I can't believe how people were fooled so bad that I was. I tell you, there's a guy came on not too long ago and said something about me, because I made the comment that I was 72 years old. Actually, I think it was last year, so I was only 71. I can't remember specifically, but I said something about, geez, I can't believe I'm, still doing this at 71 or something like that. And this guy said, wait a minute, back it up. What did you just say? I said, about what? And he says, you said you were in your 70s. And I said, yeah, that's right. Oh my God. You don't look like that. You look like you're. And I said, yeah. Before I started the camera, people thought I was in my 30s. And he says, yeah, that sounds about right. I said, look, dude, I got a camera on me now. You can't say stuff like that anymore. There's no way I look like I'm 30 anymore. But anyway, I just thought it was pretty funny. I wonder how much straw I've got now. I bet I've got into millions. I need to find a factory that does something with straw. Well, there is. Let's go check the silage here, the TMR. What's happening here? Okay, TMR, placeable TMR. Okay, look, I've got a little bit of grass and some straw. Let's fill this up with straw. And why is this not running? This should be running. Oh, it's because I need silage. I don't have any silage. Oh, okay. Where's the silage maker then? I have a little bit of silage, but I don't have any grass in there or chaff. So I need to come up with something. You know what? I should go in there and remod this to, instead of taking chaff, it takes straw. I could do that. That's probably what I should do. But, hey, there is some silage in there. Elsa's in the house. We were told you were cleaning the parlor, Elsa. Okay, Bill. Life's been okay. I'm still alive. Work and illness. Yeah, that's no fun. You need to find something funner to do. That working and illness is not it. All right, so that's not what I want. I want this over here. Well, let's put some straw in first, though. We'll put straw in right here. Hey, Fred's in the house. You made the party. Happy days. Fred, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while either. There's some guy named Bill here. I don't know who that is. He says he used to be here, but I don't remember. All right, we're going to take this guy and store the barley. And then I can use the truck to grab some silage out of that silage maker. That's that fermenter. Still cleaning, almost done. Last cow just going out the gate. Hey, do you guys actually do physical milking, or do you have machines? Robots? Do you have robots? The only reason I ask is there's a dairy that I watch in Michigan, and just their last episode was just a couple days ago. And in their last episode, they got delivered 4 of the Lilles robots. They're used, but they've been upgraded to the newest model. So I don't know anything about them. But it was like, okay, we have a model 4A, and now we've got a model 5A out. And so they said they bought these used ones that they've been upgraded to the 5As. Or I'm just making that part up. It was like, you know, however they grade them. And it's going to be interesting because they're showing, you know, themselves installing them and getting ready to use them. Fred, what's new, buddy? Oh, you know what? You told me that when you first came on. You mentioned that. Okay, that would be interesting to see. I've seen some of those in action on videos and stuff, but even so, it's still interesting. So, oh, what am I doing over here? Need to get rid of this barley. The old barley. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm still not working on the straw. I get sidetracked every 2 minutes. And there's something else I need to mod, if I can. The chicken pen, it holds like 2 buckets of wheat, and they go through that in a day. And so I keep running over to the egg department here, and the feed's always empty. See? It's empty again. God dang it. You get a crate of eggs and you got to refill the wheat. You got to do it all the time, just constantly. Take advantage of that downtime. You don't get enough of it. I think one of the best jobs I ever had was a job. I was in management, and at one point we talked the company. We were able to talk the company into letting us go to 10-hour days, and I told them, I said, give it a chance, because I said I've been studying this. And a lot of places that changed from a 5-day work week to a 4-day work week, their production went up because people got a little bit more time off. And they said, well, okay, I guess we can try it. So we did. We'd come in and work 10-hour days instead of 8-hour days. Then we had Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off, but not everybody. Not everybody. Some people would have Mondays off, so they had Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off. We had to work it so that somebody was there working, on the days that others weren't. So we had it all scheduled out. Everybody picked their schedule. We worked on it till everybody was happy. But production did go up. And I truly believe it's because they had more time off. They had 3-day weekends, and when they came back in on whatever day they came back in, they were raring to go, and they produced more. Worked pretty good. Yeah, I got some hungry heifers. There's this gal. She runs a cattle farm with her dad. Her dad was in an industrial accident and is in a wheelchair now. And so she came in and she works full time. There's a grocery chain over in Scotland and England. I can't remember the name of it, but she's a assistant manager there or something like that. And so she works full time, and then she takes care of the cattle the rest of the time. It's kind of funny listening to her talk, though. She'll say, "I'm not feeling too good today. We had a hen's night last night." And so finally I thought, what the hell does that mean? And so at one point I heard her say it several times. "I'm looking for hen's night. I'm looking forward to hen's night." Well, that's what they call themselves. Instead of women, they call themselves the hens. And it's ladies' night out is what it turned out to be. And I just couldn't stop laughing. Yeah, I was out with the hens last night, and we just overdid it a little bit. And the smell of this cow poop's getting to me. Something like that. Zoomies? Is that like catnip to a cat? Zoomies for a dog? Or is that just something to clean their teeth? So Elsa, Ghosty is our buddy from Sweden. We don't get to see him very often. He comes in every once in a while. It's always good to see Bill come in, but it's late for him. You got to realize. Same with Andy. Andy's Scottish, but he lives in the last, Andy, 15, 16 years in England? Or is it longer now? But that's why I stream at 1 o'clock, because there's a lot of people that watch me overseas that can at least get to bed at a decent hour or a semi-decent hour after they watch the live stream. So I try to live stream a little bit early. Are you on Xbox? I have Xbox, but I don't play on it. I have PlayStation 1, 2, 3, and 4 Pro, and I've got an Xbox, Xbox 360, and Xbox One, but I don't play consoles. I have them so when I travel, I don't have to pack a $5,000 computer around. I just grab my Xbox and my PlayStation. I got a special bag I can keep them in for carrying and all the equipment that goes with it. And when I travel, that's what I use. So every time I buy a game, I have to buy it 3 or 4 times. I've got like 6 copies of Red Dead Redemption. I can't tell you how many copies I've got of Skyrim. But it gets a little expensive. But so I don't play Xbox all the time, just once in a while. Fred says he's near London. I had a buddy that lived in London that I played with. He worked for a train station that hauled humans, but he worked in a booth or something, or not a booth, a control center. I don't know what they called them. But that was interesting. We get on him, and he used to play, simulations. We used to play Elite Dangerous together. But his biggest thing was playing on train simulators. So he talked me into doing it one time. I didn't realize how damn hard it was. I thought, what do you do with the train? You push a button to go forward, you push a button to go backwards, you hit the brake and wait for it to work for 2-3 miles. Boy, was I wrong. Driving a train can be very complicated. '71? I'm 72, Thomas. I used to be 71. I turned 72 in June. And I don't have any wrinkles. Somebody came on a while back and asked me what kind of product I use. And I looked at the camera and I said, huh? What do you mean, like shampoo or something? And he says, no. He said, you said you're in your 70s. You haven't got a wrinkle on you. And I said, I know. I don't. I can tell you why. I think it's part of it anyway, why I don't look my age. Some days I do. If I keep growing my beard out, if I get my beard down like this, like sometimes I do, and let my hair go out, I start looking my age. If I keep my beard trimmed, I look a lot younger. But I don't stress out much. And anybody that knows me knows that I can be stressed. I have stress in my life. But I don't dwell on it. I'll give you an example. Let's say you go after me and start harassing me. It takes me forever to lose my temper. Forever. But when I do, you don't want to be around. And the other thing is, if I get in an argument with somebody, I can get angry with somebody and have a hell of an argument with them, and 5 minutes later, I'm laughing about it. I don't hold it in. After the initial being upset, 5 minutes later, I can be happy as a clam. I don't let things get to me like that. But I can't say that I'm not stressed. I'm stressed all the time. Everything stresses me out. I just don't dwell on it. The initial thing happens. I deal with it, and then it's over. I go to the next thing. My wife is not like that. When she gets mad, she stays mad for a couple of days. And me brushing it off like I do, we can have an argument, which we don't have too often. We can have an argument. 5 minutes later, I'm laughing about it and off to something else. She stays mad for 2-3 days and is madder because I'm not still mad about it. But then, we've been married 46 years, so she got over that over time. We don't argue much anymore. We don't, we pretty much believe the same stuff. And I wonder how many. Oh, in my other game, I put a thing up. Do I not have one in this one? Oh, shoot. Hang on. Let's fix this here. I put one of these up so I can see what's in my silos here. And I did it on the other page, I guess, on my other game. I didn't do it on this one. So let's pop this up there so we can see what's in here. There we go. All right, straw. We got 2 million in straw up there. Wow. Good deal, eh? Tom says he's 33. I used to be 33. People have always asked me if I could reach an age and stay there, what would it be? And I always said between 30 and 35. Leaning closer to 35. You're usually in your best prime. You lived almost long enough to know a thing or two, and family-wise, you're young enough to have a young family, and that's good. It's kind of sad when your kids get old enough to move away and you don't see them anymore, that kind of stuff. My oldest daughter's 42. 43. Yeah, she's 43. Wait a minute. She's 44. My daughter's 44. My son is 42, and then my other daughter's 38. My youngest, 39 now. She just had a birthday. She just had a birthday a month or two ago. Yeah, woman's age always 21. That's true. In a way, that's bad, though. What am I doing with this truck? In a way, that's bad because at 21, they can still have a punch to them. Matthew, how you doing? Mountain Dew. Baja Blast, Matthew. I missed you today. I was 3 or 4 minutes late on Soup du Jour. I beat you to it, Matt. Good old Mountain Dew. So for those that have come in a little bit late, I did something different on everybody gets upset with me because I'm not sitting here reading the chat all day. I got game to play. So I missed some stuff on that. So I told them And here's the biggest problem with that. There's quite a lag. When I say something like right now, you won't see it for several minutes. There's such a delay on YouTube. Now, Twitch is different. Twitch happens a little bit faster. But yeah, there's the delay. So people are saying, I'll ask a question, they answer me, and then I don't answer back. And then they start screaming at me, look at the chat, look at the chat. So here's what I did. On the grain bucket thing, if you go in on the chat and you type redeem Rudy, just R-U-D-Y, Rudy, I'm going to have to talk to some people about that because some people don't spell my name right. Steve, Farmer Steve, he calls me Rudy, but he spells it R-U-D-D-I-E or something like that. But you have to spell it right. If you spell it right, this is what happens. Maybe. There we go. And then I look at that, and it's telling me, look at the chat, dummy. And so then I'll look to see what I'm missing. So anyway, so if you need to get a hold of me because I'm not paying attention, just type in Redeem Rudy. Because I do need redeeming. Really, I seriously do. So you can help me out to be a better human being by giving me some redemption, and I can answer any questions you might have a little quicker. And some games are worse than other. On Red Dead Redemption, you're constantly having to watch, because if you're riding a horse down a trail or something and you look away to look at the chat and your horse ends up in a ditch somewhere, or driving a car or something like that. So there you go. Chat. Look at the chat. Fred only uses YouTube. Now, that's not going to fix the lag, though, so you still have to work around that. It's not going to make the Mountain Dew any sweeter. The only thing that would do that would be some Fireball. Put a little Fireball. I wonder what that would be like. Put a little Fireball in a Mountain Dew. Think it'd help any? Might help the attitude. I don't have an attitude, though. Yeah, right. I changed it, Frank. It's no longer save. I changed it to Rudy. I didn't want to make a new one. And that one always scares me anyway. There's a couple of them when they get played scare me. That's one of them. Because I tried to make it as obnoxious as I could. Because the problem was I wasn't saving enough on one of the games. Yeah, that one's scary too. Andy's in the middle of a fight. Andy said those were fighting words. Thomas is laughing. Thomas can still laugh. He's only 33. Cut him some slack. There was a game that I was playing and I'd always forget to save, and then I would get killed. And it would take me all the way back to the last time I saved. That could be hours. That could be hours. I would lose hours worth of work in that particular game. I can't remember what it was. But so I made that thing for somebody to tell me don't forget to save. But it's the same thing. You can actually type in Rudy save your game, and I'm not watching. Rudy, save your game, and I'm not watching. Then by the third time, you just say redeem Rudy, and then I'll look at the chat and say, oh, yeah, I got saved. So hopefully that'll help. I mean, it's not like I want to miss anything you guys say. I don't want to miss anything you people say, because you've heard me say this, and it's absolutely the gospel truth. I have no friends, none at all. I did have a friend that I worked with about 30 years ago, but he moved away, and I haven't had a friend since. I had people I worked with, but they were just people I worked with. Now that I'm not working, I never see them. I saw them every day because I had to. But no, I literally have no friend. If I had a bad day and I just needed to go out and have a cup of coffee and talk to somebody, I have absolutely nobody that I can call. Nobody at all. Now, Carol has lots of friends. Carol has swimming every day, a swimming class every day, and she's got about, I don't know, half a dozen ladies that she is with every morning, and they go out for tea and coffee and donuts and after swim class and stuff, and they make little trinkets for each other. They do what ladies do when they gather around and stuff. But I have absolutely nobody. So if I don't come in here and talk to you guys on this, I've got no social life at all. Now, I'm not necessarily unhappy with that. I'm not very social. I like people that I like, but I'm not like, I could live without people. I could be a hermit really easy. On the other hand, anytime I go to someplace like a party or something, I end up being the life of the party. Carol has to drag me out, but she also has to drag me there. I'll complain about going like a Christmas party or something. I'll bitch about that starting in October. Do I have to go? God, Christmas is coming up. I don't want to go. I don't want to do it. I don't want to see anybody. And then finally she'll get mad and she'll say, fine, I'll go by myself. And then I'll say, okay, let me get dressed. And then she has to drag me home, because once I get there, I kind of become the center of attention for some reason. With the Christmas parties, I always had to be the host. Nobody wanted to host the darn thing, so they'd always say, I had this game that I played that you would play with a deck of cards, and everybody would bring a gift, and you don't bring a specific gift. You bring a gift, you bring something that you would like to get for Christmas. And we would put a dollar limit on it. But that way you're not getting a used handkerchief as a gift, because who wants to get that as a gift? You're going to get a bottle of whiskey or something cool, because you're bringing something you would like to get. And then during this thing, I would be the host. I would pass out a deck of cards. Then I would take a second deck of cards, and I would pull out a card, and I say, who's got the ace of spades? Oh, you've got the ace of spades. Okay, come up here and get a gift. And they would come up and get a gift, take it back, open it so everybody could see it. Then I'd draw another card. Now the second person can either choose to take that gift that the other person got or get a new one. And so they would do that in equal measure, because let's say, oh, I want that bottle of whiskey, and they'll go over and take it. Now eventually all the cards are going to be called. All of them will be called, and there are going to be people that have 2 and 3 gifts and people that don't have any. So once that happens, then I would say, okay, who does not get a gift? Okay, you didn't get a gift. Okay, how many of you got more than one gift? And then all the hands would go up, and I would say, okay, take the things that you got and set them out so everybody can see them. Now, you that didn't get a gift, choose one of the ones that are extra, and they would go take one, so that eventually everybody would end up with just one gift. But it could get dicey. Oh my God, you took my bottle of whiskey. I wanted that. So, it could get a little bit, tooth and nail. But I was always the host, and so every year we'd get there. Rudy, we got to do your game. You ready to do your game? And okay, fine. Anyway, what am I doing with this straw? I need to find something to do with this straw. I wonder. I could just sell it, I guess. Yeah, sell it later with the bigger truck. I'll get the truck that holds 2 million and grab some straw and go sell it later on. Oh, that's something I wanted to do. You guys remember that that last week I told you it was Fallout 4? Yeah, Andy, I think you're right. It was Fallout 4 because that one does work that way. If you get killed, you go backwards in time. So, what was I thinking? Okay. In the last live stream, I showed you that I put in a different kind of cow barn. So, let me get in the air here. Okay, I put in this cow barn. So, it is a cow barn, but it's also a dairy. Okay, that's not unusual. Most of the cow barns are dairy if you put dairy cows in there. So you can have this thing producing milk and stuff, and it collects your chunky chocolate, and it collects your chocolate milk over here, and it milks the cows for you. So now you can choose to grab the milk and sell it like any other cow barn, but this one is special because they've added a production unit to it. And you can choose to produce items. Let me show you. And this is how it works because I didn't know how it worked. I kept going around this thing and punching these buttons to say, well, how do you choose what you're going to have it make? Whatever you make is going to end up here. Okay? But I couldn't figure out how to do it. And so I thought, wait a minute, this is production. Let's go up to production, like right here. This is production. And see if it's in here. And I started looking, and sure enough, there it is, cow barn with dairy production. Now, these are all the things you can produce. You can make buffalo milk. You can make mozzarella, buffalo mozzarella. You can make butter, buffalo butter, goat milk, buttermilk, butter from using milk. You can make cheese. You can make chocolate. You can make chocolate buffalo milk. That's what they use the chunky manure. Chocolate goat milk. Okay, that now you're looking at the chocolate milk. The liquid fertilizer. Dark chocolate, goat milk, goat cheese, and bottled milk. So, what you do is you just choose what you want to make. I'm going to make butter from regular milk. So I'm going to choose that, and then I'm going to change the productivity to 300, and then I'm going to activate it. And now you're not only raising dairy cows, you're making milk, and you're now making butter. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I'd never seen this mod before. The other thing when you install this mod, like some of the other dairy mods that you get, dairy cow cow barns, you do have the option to change the size of the pasture here, the fencing. You can change that. You can make it a lot bigger, that kind of thing. So I'm using space I had available here, so I just left it at default. This is the default meadow. But there you go. There you go. Now we're making butter because I need butter and eggs for the bakery because I want to be able to make cake, and it takes butter and milk. Now that I'm looking at that, I need to put some wheat in there for the chickens. They're not making eggs anymore. Is Bill out for the night? Bill, you taking off? All right, let's get this. I gotta get this guy back on the farm. I gotta get. If I got any time, I got a little bit of time. Let me get. While I'm thinking about it, let's get. Oh, he's done. This guy's done. All right. Let's just move him. We're gonna jump him over to this field right here. Let's hire a worker. Who do we got working? Lori. Lori's not here today. I can work Lori all I want and not pay her now because she's not here. I don't have to pay her. She'll never know. Fred says he hasn't played F-25 in ages. I haven't either. People will question me when I say that. Big Mac. Oh, when did Big Mac come in? I didn't see him here. Hey, are you just coming in, Big? Do I call him Big or Mac? I don't know if he's really big. We'll just call him Mac. We call him Mac for short. Big Mac, how you doing? Anyway, when I say I don't play this game, I don't play this game for fun anymore. I just started playing this map just last night and last week for fun, but not for just for nostalgia's sake. I come in on Tuesday and Thursday, and I live stream for 2 hours, and I shut the game down, and I never touch it again. I don't play this game for entertainment anymore because I've just been playing it for since 2013. Do you know I have thousands of hours on this game, and it's not really. This game has not literally changed, as I've said many times. You plow a field, you fertilize a field, you plant a crop, you harvest a crop, you sell the crop, then you plow the field, put a crop in. That's literally what you do in this game. And it hasn't changed since the first game I started, which was 2013. And then we had 2015, then we had 2017, then we had, I think 20 was a phone game, and then 22, and then 25. In all of those iterations of the game, the actual gameplay is not changed at all. You still plant a field, harvest a field, and sell the crops. That's literally what you do in the game. Is it different sound now? Yes, it's better sound. Is it different graphics now? A little bit better, yeah. Are the physics a little bit better? Yeah. There's some things that it doesn't do as well anymore. Now, you can't blame Giant for this. Maybe you can, because they changed how they developed the game. But I used to use Courseplay all the time. You can't. Courseplay doesn't work very good anymore. Their GPS doesn't work very good on this. You have driver assist now. You can't use GPS on it. There's been things that I miss about the old games. I miss more about the old games than I think are better in the new games. But anyway, there you go. So I don't. When I say I don't play the game anymore, I mean I don't sit and play the game all day like I used to, every day. I only come in and stream for you guys, and then I'm done. I shut it down and I never see it again. That's why when I get to the end of the day, which I'm at right now, and I say, oh, I'm gonna have to do this. There's something I need to do, but time's over for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Blah, I'm out of here. Okay, that's why I forget, because I don't turn it on again until next week. So today's Thursday. When I shut this down in about a minute, I won't turn this game back on until next Tuesday. And by then, I'll forget what it was that I said I needed to do on the farm. So there you go. Do I still enjoy it? Yeah, I still enjoy it. Well, everybody, yeah. It's time for me to go. I need to do this before I shut the game down. So I'm going to say my goodbyes Thank everybody for being here. Have a good weekend. Weekend coming up again. They go so fast. Every time I turn around, it seems like it's Thursday and we're going into the weekend again. But take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. And I'll see you next Tuesday, if I don't see you before then. I had to say that because every once in a while I'll get a wild hair and come in here on the weekend if I get bored and there's nothing else going on. So anyway, thank everybody for being here, and I'll catch you next time. Ta-ta for now. Big Mac, I'm doing good, and I appreciate you being here, even if it's, just for a few minutes. I appreciate people just coming in and saying hi, even if that's all you got the time for. It tickles me. So anyway, see you guys later. Ta-ta.